You know how every year we get this flood of predictions about what's next? Well, today we're going to look back. We're going to dig into the promises of AI in 2025 to figure out what's really coming for us in 2026.
This quote, well, it just says it all, doesn't it? 2025 was supposed to be this huge, revolutionary year for AI. But for a lot of people, it just wasn't. It kind of felt like a letdown. And we're here to figure out why. So, what really happened? Did all that hype just fizzle out, or was the real revolution happening somewhere we weren't looking? Turns out, it's the second one. We've pinpointed 4 key trends that tell the real story. Okay, our first trend is a bit of a mystery. I'm calling it the case of the invisible agent. These AI agents were supposed to be everywhere, but for most of us, it felt like they were nowhere. So what happened?
Remember the hype? We were promised this incredible future where AI assistants would be booking our travel, managing our calendars, basically running our lives. But 2025 came and went, and for most people, nothing really felt that different. The agents were just missing in action.
So what gives? Where did they all go? If this tech was so groundbreaking, why didn't any of us notice it?
Well, here's the twist. They went undercover. The agents didn't fail. They just became invisible. They slipped right into the tools you already use every single day, making them smarter, faster, and way more powerful, all without you even realizing it.
And this brings us to this huge new idea, this super agent. Now, this isn't another app you have to download. Think of it more like an AI project manager. It takes your big, complicated requests, and then it delegates all the little tasks to a whole team of smaller, specialized AI tools.
And the beautiful thing about the super agent is how simple it is for you. You just say something big, like, plan my family vacation to Italy. And it goes off and does everything. Finds the flights, books the hotels, makes dinner reservations, and then just hands you the finished plan.
This is the really big shift. We're moving from a world where you're juggling a dozen different specialized AI apps to a future where there's just one single entry point, one super agent that becomes the front door to your entire digital world. And trust me, the race is on to see who's going to own that front door.
Now, while that battle for the front door is heating up, another massive trend is shaping everything, and that's the rise of open source models. They're unbelievably powerful, but they have one big, glaring problem.
As one expert, Gabe, put it so perfectly, open source AI doesn't have a power problem, it has a packaging problem. It's like having all the best ingredients in the world, but they're not actually cooked into a meal yet.
Here's a good way to think about it. A closed-source AI is like a brand-new car, you know? It's polished, it's ready to go, you just get in and drive. Open-source AI, well, that's like getting a world-class engine and a giant box of parts delivered to your garage. You can build something absolutely incredible, but you gotta have the time and the skill to put it all together. It really is the classic Linux versus Windows debate all over again. Open source is that powerful, flexible engine that's running behind the scenes on so much of the internet. But closed source is the polished, user-friendly thing that most of us actually use directly every day.
But you know what? It's not just about the software. Maybe the biggest story in AI right now is a physical one. The entire industry is staring down a massive hardware shortage, and it's changing absolutely everything.
In 2025, for the first time, the biggest thing holding AI back wasn't brilliant ideas, it was the infrastructure. The demand for processing power, for compute, just went through the roof, and it forced everyone to change their entire strategy. It's not just about who can build the smartest AI anymore, it's about who can build the most efficient one.
And this shortage basically created a fork in the road. Some companies are scaling up. They're building these gigantic AI factories with superchips to create these massive frontier models. But others are scaling out, creating these small, nimble, hyper-efficient models that can run directly on your phone.
And the difference in scale here is just staggering. I mean, look at this. We're talking about models with trillions of parameters on one side, and on the other, models that are thousands of times smaller. This isn't just some nerdy detail. It represents a fundamental split in how the future of AI is going to be built.
And that brings us to our final trend, which is all about a totally new way of building AI. That old dream of creating one single, all-powerful omni-model that can do everything? Yeah, that's dead. The future is modular.
So the old way was to build one giant AI that could do everything. Text, images, audio, all of it. The problem is, it was only pretty good at all of them. The new idea is to build a dream team of specialists,
You have one AI that's a genius with images, another for audio, another for text, and they all work together.
It's a concept called modular multimodality. Honestly, the best way to think about it is like building with Legos. Instead of starting with one massive pre-made block, you get a whole collection of smaller, specialized pieces that you can snap together in endless ways to build exactly what you need.
So, you put all these pieces together, the invisible agents, the open source packaging problem, the compute crunch, this new modular approach. What does it all mean for 2026? Let's connect the dots.
All right, here's what to watch for in 2026. First, the rise of that invisible super agent as the new front door to everything. Second, open source AI is going to get a makeover. It'll finally get polished, consumer-ready packaging. Third, that split between massive frontier models in the cloud and tiny, efficient models on your device is only going to get wider. And finally, get ready for a modular future, where AIs are built by combining a whole team of specialized skills.
All these trends are leading us to a totally new era of AI. And in this new era, the biggest challenge isn't going to be about what AI can do, but about what we ask it to do. So, as this super agent becomes reality, I'll just leave you with this question. What's the first thing you're going to create with it?